What if the reason your belly fat won't budge isn't only what you eat, but when you eat it? Imagine using your body's own clocks to make the same calories behave differently. Burn more of them in the morning, store fewer at night, and nudge your microbiome and hormones back into a rhythm that favors a leaner waistline. That's the idea behind this 30-day metabolic reset. Practical, evidence-minded steps you can start today that shift timing, light and small food hacks to improve energy, blunt post-meal glucose spikes, and help reduce stubborn visceral fat over time. If this speaks to you, hit like and tell me, what time did you have dinner last night? Start with one quick piece of science. In 2017, researchers were awarded the Nobel for discoveries about circadian biology. Basically, almost every cell in your body keeps time. Your brain has a master clock, but your liver, pancreas, fat tissue, and gut all have clocks too. When you eat at consistent times that line up with daylight and sleep, those clocks sync. Eat late or irregularly and they desynchronize. The liver's doorman lets glucose in at the wrong moment. The pancreas releases insulin when tissues are less responsive, and your gut microbes shift into patterns that favor energy storage. The practical result? Worse blood sugar handling after meals, lower post-meal calorie burn, thermogenesis, and more fat parked around your organs. The fix isn't mysticism. It's timing, light, and a few inexpensive dietary tricks that nudge your biology back toward alignment. Here are 7 science-backed, low-cost tricks you'll use across the 30 days. Each one is short, specific, and safe if used as described. 1. Consistent meal timing. Studies on social jet lag show that shifting eating windows day to day confuses metabolic rhythms and the microbiome. Your action? Pick a daily eating window of roughly 10 to 12 hours and stick to it most days. For many people that looks like eating between about 7 to 8 a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m. Eat breakfast within an hour of waking and try to finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. The goal is regularity. Same wake time, same breakfast time, same dinner range, so your organs learn the schedule. 2. Morning bright light. Your master clock is primarily set by light. 15 to 30 minutes outside in natural morning light within the first hour after you wake works wonders. If you can't get outside, sit by a bright window or use a light therapy lamp. The science. Bright morning light signals daytime to your brain, raises daytime hormone patterns, and helps shift metabolic processes earlier so you burn more after morning meals. 3. A small melatonin-rich snack at night. Pistachios. Pistachios contain plant compounds that modestly increase dietary melatonin and can help signal the body that night is approaching. Practical guideline. 1 small handful, about 1 ounce, roughly 20-30 pistachios. About 90-120 minutes before your bedtime snack or sleep time. Don't overdo it. This is a cue, not a calorie bomb. If you need to limit calories, split that portion or reserve it for nights you have trouble sleeping. If you have nut allergies, skip this and use other sleep hygiene measures. 4. Spices that support metabolism. Cumin, turmeric, nigella, black seed. Multiple randomized and controlled trials have found modest metabolic benefits from common culinary spices, reduced appetite, better glucose handling, improved markers of inflammation. Practical usage. Incorporate a combined pinch of these into your daily meals. Try 1.2 to 1 teaspoon of ground cumin across a meal, 1.4 to 1.2 teaspoon turmeric. Pair with a pinch of black pepper to improve absorption, and up to 1.2 teaspoon of ground nigella if you enjoy its flavor. Add them to eggs, soups, rice, or blend it into dressings. These are culinary doses, not concentrated supplement megadoses. 5. Ground flaxseed for satiety and stable glucose. 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flaxseed per day is a simple, fiber-forward habit that helps you feel full and can blunt post-meal glucose rises. Grind whole flaxseed and stir it into yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies. Keep it refrigerated and start with 2 tablespoons. If you have bowel sensitivity, begin with 1 tablespoon and increase. 6. Apple cider vinegar, ACV, as a mild glycemic blunter. Trials, some longer than 30 days, have shown that a modest amount of vinegar taken with meals can reduce post-meal blood sugar and support reductions in visceral fat when used consistently. Safety and dosing matter. Dilute 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a large glass of water, 8 to 12 ounces, and take it before a carbohydrate-containing meal, or use it as a salad dressing component. Do not drink apple cider vinegar undiluted. If you have GERD, frequent heartburn, or are on glucose-lowering medications, Check with your clinician before starting ACV. 7. Big breakfast, light dinner, front-load calories for thermogenesis. Your body burns more energy after food earlier in the day. Think of morning meals as stoking a bonfire, while late-night eating is like keeping a candle going. Less heat, more smoke. Make breakfast your largest meal. Include protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Eggs, Greek yogurt, oats with ground flax, or a spiced savory bowl. Keep dinner lighter and earlier. Vegetables, a modest protein, and skip late heavy carbs. If you regularly eat dinner after 9 p.m. due to work or family life, aim to gradually shift it earlier by 15 to 30 minutes every few days until you reach the target window. Now translate these 7 tricks into a doable 30-day progression that builds habits without drama. Week 1. Set the clock. Focus on consistent timing and light. Wake at a similar time each day and get 15 to 30 minutes of morning light within the first hour. Choose an eating window that fits your life, 10 to 12 hours, and stick to it on at least 5 of 7 days. Start breakfast within an hour of waking. Keep dinner within your chosen window and avoid late-night snacking. This week is about synchronizing your schedule. Don't add everything at once. Week 2. Shift meal composition and add flax plus vinegar. Make breakfast the biggest meal of the day. Include protein and fiber. Start taking 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed daily, mixed into breakfast yogurt or oatmeal. Introduce apple cider vinegar safely, 1 tablespoon diluted in a large glass of water before lunch, or used in your salad dressing at dinner. Monitor how you feel. If you have reflux or are taking medications for blood sugar, pause and check with your clinician. Week 3. Layer in spices and the pistachio Q. Consistently season meals with cumin, turmeric, with black pepper, and nigella if you like it. These are culinary habits to keep daily. Add your pistachio snack, 1 small handful about 90-120 minutes before bed, only if it fits your calorie targets. Note, sleep improvements or hunger changes. If you find the pistachios push your calories up too much, switch to a lower calorie cue like a warm, caffeine-free tea, 90 minutes before bed. Week 4. Consolidate and measure. Keep all 7 components in place. Track adherence, morning light, consistent eating window, big breakfast, daytime vinegar use, 2 tablespoons ground flax, daily spices, and nighttime pistachio, if used. Measure subjective outcomes, energy during the day, sleep quality, appetite, and objective ones like waist measurement and clothes fit. Use a soft tape measure at the level of your belly button once per week to track waist changes. Remember, some clinical studies measured outcomes over 8 to 12 weeks or longer. The 30-day reset is designed to shift physiology and habits quickly, so you'll see early improvements in energy, appetite control, and possibly small waist changes. Longer-term results require continued adherence. Daily checklist to follow. Get 15 to 30 minutes of morning light. Eat within your chosen 10 to 12-hour window. Make breakfast your biggest meal. Dilute 1 tablespoon ACV before a carb-containing meal or use in salad dressing. Take 2 tablespoons ground flaxseed at breakfast. Use spices across meals. And if desired, have a small pistachio portion before bed as a sleep cue. Keep water and protein available at snack times to prevent hunger-driven late eating. Now some practical troubleshooting and safety notes because real life interferes, and you should be ready. If you work nights or have a rotating schedule, aim for internal consistency. Pick an anchor meal and keep it at the same relative time to your sleep period on work days. Avoid trying to match other people's schedules. You want regularity for your own clocks. For social dinners that run late once or twice a week, don't panic. A single late meal won't undo weeks of consistency, but try to return to your window the next day and avoid making late eating a habit. If you have gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, or chronic heartburn, be cautious with apple cider vinegar and the pistachio snack. Both can exacerbate symptoms for some people. Try the vinegar in small doses in dressings first, rather than drinking it before meals, and skip pistachios if nuts trigger reflux for you. If you have diabetes or take glucose-lowering medications, changes in meal timing and the addition of vinegar can affect blood sugar. Do not change medications on your own. Consult your prescribing clinician before starting the protocol and consider more frequent glucose monitoring as you begin. If you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or have a diagnosed eating disorder, talk with your healthcare provider before starting this reset. The program focuses on habit change and timing rather than severe restriction, but individual medical conditions require personalized guidance. A few practical tips to improve adherence. Prep a big, protein-rich breakfast option you can grab on busy mornings. Hard-boiled eggs, Greek yogurt with ground flax and spices, or a savory egg and vegetable scramble. Keep a small container of pistachios, if you use them, portioned ahead of time so you don't overeat. Put your dinner plate on a smaller dish and fill half of it with veggies. This helps keep dinner light without feeling deprived. Use calendar reminders for morning light and for the start and end of your eating window until it becomes automatic. What about results? Be honest with yourself. No single tweak guarantees a specific number on the scale. Studies that support early calorie timing and vinegar use often measured results over 8 to 12 weeks or longer, and effects vary between individuals. What you can reasonably expect from a focused 30-day reset is improved daytime energy, steadier appetite, fewer late-night cravings, better post-meal glucose responses for many people, and small measurable reductions in waist circumference for some. Most importantly, you'll be building a set of evidence-based habits that compound over time. A quick safety recap of exact, practical doses. Dilute 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in 8 to 12 ounces of water before a carbohydrate-containing meal or use it as part of a salad dressing. Do not consume vinegar undiluted. Take 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flaxseed daily. Start with 1 tablespoon if you have bowel sensitivity. Use turmeric in food at about 1 to 4 to 1 to 2 teaspoon, with a pinch of black pepper, cumin around 1 to 2 to 1 teaspoon across meals, and up to 1 to 2 teaspoon of nigella if desired. For pistachios, use a 1-ounce portion, about 20 to 30 pistachios, about 90 to 120 minutes before bed as a cue, not as a replacement for dinner. If you're on blood sugar medications, have chronic reflux, or other medical conditions, consult your clinician before beginning. If you want to stick with this, my final quick checklist. Choose and commit to a consistent 10 to 12 hour eating window. Get morning light daily. Make breakfast your biggest meal. Add 2 tablespoons ground flax daily. Use diluted ACV with meals or as dressing. Season food with cumin, turmeric, nigella. Use a small pistachio snack as a sleep cue if you like. Keep a simple log each day for 30 days. Note breakfast time, dinner time, and 1 quick line about energy or hunger. That log is more useful than daily weigh-ins because it shows habit consistency. In short, this 30-day metabolic reset leans on timing and simple food nudges to realign your internal clocks, improve how your body handles the food you eat, and reduce the metabolic conditions that favor belly fat. It's not a miracle diet. It's a realistic, evidence-informed strategy to change the context your body uses to process calories. If you're ready to try it, I've linked a perfect breakfast video that walks through 3 quick, protein-rich breakfasts that fit this plan. Watch that next and pick one to prepare for tomorrow morning. Subscribe for more science-forward habit strategies. And when you start the reset, share your dinner time in the comments or post your first week progress with our 30-day metabolic reset so we can celebrate the wins and troubleshoot together.